Hey, it's your boy Junie, aka Beef Jerky Style, and today I got for you something very special. It's Mackerel Kimchee Jjigae. And it's a pretty simple dish if you have the ingredients. So let's go ahead and fill up the pot. You're gonna need about one small or medium onion cut up into maybe squares. Okay. You're gonna need about 1.5 cups of kimchi. There you go. You're gonna need about 1/4 cup of kimchi juice, the juice from the kimchi. Here you go. About 3 cloves of garlic chopped up. I just chopped it up roughly. About 3 tablespoons of gochujang or Korean pepper paste. These next 2 ingredients are optional. I have about 1 teaspoon of raw sugar. If you used white granulated sugar, maybe use 1/2 teaspoon. It's just to balance out the spiciness. And also about 1 teaspoon of clam powder, clam stock powder. I'll show you what the package looks like. If you can't find it, it's okay. It's optional, so you're fine. It just adds a little bit more of a deep seafoody flavor. You're also going to need a can of mackerel. It's called kimchee in Korean. You're gonna pour the whole thing in, the fish and the liquids. You're also gonna add in 1 can of tuna of your choice, preferably in water. You could use the one in oil also, but I prefer the one in the water. All right, and I'm going to add around 2 cups of water. Perfect. Now I'm going to put it on the stove. I'm going to cover it and cook it on medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes and then stir it a little bit and then cook it for about another 10 minutes and it'll be ready. So I'll be back when it's done cooking. Okay, welcome back. This is the finished dish. Here, let me show you a close-up. That is the mackerel. There's tuna around it, kimchi, and I actually poured it over a little bit of rice because I like eating it over rice. I did end up tasting a little bit while it was cooking, and it was a little too salty. The kimchi, this specific kimchi is a little bit salty, so I added another cup of water into the soup. And it's perfect now. Okay. Oh man. If you can taste this right now, you would be amazed. It is so good. This is perfect for like a cold winter's day. Ooh, it's hot though. So if you haven't made kimchi jjigae before, it's a pretty simple dish. Let me show you how this works. Here's a little piece of the mackerel. Soaked up all the flavors. Has that awesome mackerel fish taste and all the wonderful kimchi flavors. So good. So if you haven't made kimchi jjigae before, you have to use fermented kimchi. Like you can't just go to the store and buy fresh kimchi and make kimchi jjigae with it. That's not how it works. It's not going to taste right. It has to be a little bit sour. Normally, people make kimchi jjigae with like leftover kimchi that's sitting in the fridge, and you know, it's been there maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even longer. And it's maybe just too sour to eat by itself as a side dish. So we make kimchi jjigae out of it, and it's so good. This particular one, the Kimchee Jjigae, or the Mackerel Kimchee Jjigae, Mackerel Kimchi Stew, can be like a salmon kimchi stew. It could be tuna. This one has mackerel and tuna in it, but you can use any canned fish or any fresh fish. The good thing about using canned fish is that the fish is cooked under pressure, so the bones, here, let me show you. You can see the bones are intact. Here, let me show you right here. But they're so soft that you can actually eat them if you just chew them correctly, if you chew them well. It has a bit of like a ashy texture, like a charcoaly texture. It's hard to describe, but it's very soft. It just breaks apart in your mouth, and it's some extra calcium if you need it, or if you want it. It is so good. If you do end up using fresh fish, or not canned fish, so like maybe frozen or fresh fish, make sure to take out the bones while you're eating it, because those will harm you. But canned fish, it's okay to eat the bones, at least for the mackerel. I'm not sure if canned salmon has bones in it. I don't think they do. So don't quote me on that for salmon, but for a mackerel, you can eat the bones. This is so perfect.
It has a nice like that mackerel fishy. I mean, a lot of times fishy has a negative connotation to it, but no, this is fishy in a good way. And with the tuna and that clam stock powder, man, the flavor is just, it's a bold flavor. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit salty. There's a tad bit of sweetness to it, and an awesome fishy flavor. I could eat 2 or 3 bowls of this. This is so good. When I make kimchi jjigae for my friends and stuff, the tuna kimchi jjigae is their favorite all the time. This is a great dish to cook up for your family, for yourself, on a cold winter's day. Any day, actually. It's so good. And pretty easy, I would say. Let me show you a spoonful of this. It's really hot. I'm having a hard time eating it quickly. I don't want to make the video too long, but I don't want to burn myself either. You know, next time I will also make pork belly kimchi jjigae. My pork belly kimchi jjigae is so good also. I have an awesome recipe for it. Oh man, this was so good. It hits the spot, that's for sure. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. I truly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. I mean, have you tried Kimchee Jjigae before? This is actually, in Korean, it would be Kimchee Jjigae, which means mackerel, tuna, kimchi stew. Have you tried something like this before? If you haven't, you really should try it. Go ahead and share the video if you want. Check out my social media. I have the links down below. I love you guys. Peace out.